Hi, it's Dovedi, the founder of Premier Property Club, and I'm here with my good friend Darren Winters, who is the leading expert when it comes to trading, forex, and property investing. Now, Darren, I've known Darren for a long time, haven't I, Darren?
Yep, we've known each other at least 10 years, maybe more.
Maybe more, absolutely. And Darren is a self-made multimillionaire. He's a fantastic trader. Like I say, he's investing in property as well. So we're going to get some real deep knowledge in this video that you're watching, all about trading and property. So Darren, in terms of trading, now what we've got here is mainly property investors are listening in.
Yeah.
How do you think trading and property are related? Do you think there's a correlation, and how is it relevant?
Okay, so trading and property, they actually go very well together because buying properties, first of all, one thing you need, or certainly helps, is to have the cash to get into the property deals, and trading, investing is a great way to build up some cash fast, even starting with a small amount of money, so you've got more money for the property investing, so that's really good. Also, I would say sometimes the markets is better in property, sometimes the markets is better in the stock market. So if you know both, it's all the better really, if you know how to do both things. Okay, so
listening to what you're saying, so it's another way, another vehicle to actually create funds to actually invest in property. So that's one method. So a joint venture partner, if you like, another business that can create that. So that's one way. How about for the people that are very active in property, maybe want to generate, not necessarily have those capital funds up front, but you want to use trading as a way, as a guide, as a method of actually assessing where we are in the market, making sure that they've got the right strategy, they've got the right deals going on in property environment. How do you think they can adapt strategies in the market to do that?
Yeah, certainly lots of property-related companies that are on the stock market kind of reflect the overall market and what's happening. So, for example, the big house builders, property developers, the big companies on the stock market, if you're watching their share prices, you get a kind of idea as to the feel of the overall property market. So, for example, just recently with the Brexit vote, anyone who was watching the stock market, you will have seen all the big property development companies, their share prices just dropped drastically because everybody suddenly thought commercial property in the UK, maybe it's not such a good time, maybe it's overpriced. And then the prices drop right down. As always, it will have been an overreaction. It will correct, the prices go back up. But you get a kind of head start or an insight into what's happening with the property markets by following some of the property companies on the stock market. So it's a nice way to get a kind of good picture of what's going on.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's a valid way of really finding out, like Dan says, it's actually about getting the heads up really. Really understanding, getting that extra way in quicker, sooner, faster than the average investor that's out there. So yeah, that's a really good point. So Darren, I'm really interested to know, and I'm sure our listeners and watchers are also interested to know, what are your thoughts when it comes to the market cycle, when it comes to the property cycle? Where are we right now? Where are we heading?
Okay, so where are we in the property cycle now? I would say for London particularly, as we're in London today, the property market seems to be a bit overheated, and after the Brexit vote, prices have dropped slightly. And there probably will be a drop. I would imagine it will be a shortish drop. Maybe prices will go sideways for a while. Across the whole country, I think we got a bit of a drop in property prices. But this is actually the time, as prices start to drop, particularly using some of Cam's strategies. I'm sure a lot of you have already learned these. If you haven't, you've got to learn them. To find bargains, and also there's strategies to make money in property investing as prices are coming down as well. There's a lot of bargains to be had, there's a lot of desperate sellers, so you can get some really nice property investments during this time. But I think probably shortish term, we are going to get a drop in prices and then maybe sideways for a bit, but prices will recover, they always do, so just really good opportunity.
So just going a little bit deeper with that, from your perspective, with all the knowledge that you've got, all the experience that you've got in trading and forex, what would you say to the investors that are listening right now? What would you say are the key indicators that they can really assess, not from textbook, but from actually what's really happening out there, from a real professional level? What can they be looking out for to notice the changes in the market, to notice what's the next phase that's coming along?
To notice the next change, I guess is how many people are taking out mortgages. Obviously, that gives you a good insight as to what's actually happening in the market. Okay. Asking prices. Even if you just go into an estate agent and you just start talking with the estate agent and say, well, if I was to make an offer on this one, what price do you think they take? Would I be able to drop the price? And getting a feel for, are people dropping prices? Because the prices in the window don't necessarily match what's actually happening in the markets. You've got to go in, you've got to talk to people. I mean, if you're already in property investing, which I know a lot of you already are, and you're going out talking with sellers, you'll very quickly get an idea of what's going on in the markets, and you can gauge the feel of where the market is, probably in the most accurate way by talking with people, talking with sellers. And I know going out and talking with property sellers before the Brexit vote, there was a lot of people that were pretty concerned. A lot of sellers pretty concerned. They were talking about dropping prices. So yeah, I'd say that's one of the most accurate ways. Talk to estate agents, talk to sellers, you'll get a really good idea of what's happening.
Yeah, I agree. It's all about keeping your finger on the pulse, really working with people who are actually active in property. We've created these events, Premier Property Club events, for you to attend, where we find there are many experienced people, there's people that are also new. You're all welcome to attend, and really get to know, get a feel, get an idea, exactly like Darren saying, what's actually happening in the market right now. Because you speak to people, you get to know what their experiences are, you have your own perspective as well, and it all brings it all together, and it gels, and we create a wonderful community, which is great. So our next event is at the Premier Property Club, King's Cross, on the 25th of August. And you are all welcome, whether you're new, whether you're experienced, if you're thinking about getting into property, whether you have a large portfolio already. Like I say, you're all welcome. Today we have Darren here, he's sharing some key tips with you, and we'll also have another expert like Darren at our next event. So look forward to actually meeting you and seeing you and welcoming you there. Just click on the link below this video and you can book your next ticket. My name's Dovedi, this is Darren, and see you soon.